OGC, Chessie on the Meepo as well. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, top 4 rating me highly. Thank you for that. KP, but it is a free Meepo game before they last picked it. I was like, yeah, man, they have a much draft. I don't see them losing it. It's such a good game. They don't have a good hero Dragon Knight. But now I just completely shifted towards OGC.
Yeah, I think is there anything they can do on the side of OGC to kind of on the side of Alliance to try and counter this Meepo? Any items we could go maybe? Battle Fury Ricky? I mean, nothing sounds good. Yeah, but maybe a Battle Pass could get released, but a new patch could save them.
Hey, don't start him again. He's been baiting everyone in the previous series with Battle Passes.
You've been naughty boy.
Yes. I sold Arcanas while I thought they were on high, okay?
All right, you can go now, guys. Leave us alone.
Good luck, Lycos. Have fun.
See you guys.
Yeah, you asked about the item. I don't think you can itemize. Like Dragon Knight has Splash, level 12, but even if you get like Maelstrom, it's still not gonna do much. Everything they have is single target. I'm really afraid that this game is just gonna crumble real quick. I don't remember seeing such a Meepo game in a really long time.
Even yeah, I mean, you look at like there's like an Ignis, but then you got a Meepo who can just kill it the moment the first pulse ends. It just really does look like it's they gotta fight for this one, Alliance. They really gotta prove that this team has got more than Z3 getting really up in the top lane. They're jumping on him and they're gonna draw first blood. FNG with those impetuses, my word, that is a lot of damage coming out in the top lane. I believe. Oh, thank you.
That's Rex Bellin. So yeah, impetus in the lane stage, he's harassing a lot. Also, I want to see enchant being picked up. Otherwise he would just get enchant. Instead, if they would not contest a room and just take over the board. But one thing what Zibber could do is just get the wild access. I see that quite often lately.
Immediately just going on to Z-Freak again here. They've got no chill at all, and he doesn't have pounce, he doesn't have anything. He's just straight up dead. Another kill up in the top lane. Z-Freak just dies twice in a row up here as Alliance lay down the domination in the top lane. Well, Jimmy's fine. He's getting solo XP at least.
I'm just thinking about this Mirana, like her game is ruined.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? Like, you go back to this, I think we all know what's going to happen. She needs to get a leap somehow, some way.
All right.
Under the tower.
We've seen that in our pop. Get the bounty. Jungle a bit. Get level 2. He also needs the help the top master on the top lane.
Yeah, getting the pressure put on by FNG a little bit, but yeah, over towards mid. Chessie off to a relatively decent start. I mean, it's still a DK versus the Meepo, but this is the Meepo curse. You get divide away stand, you start farming the jungle, life gets much much easier.
Meepo got nerfed. He's not as snowball as he was before. He gets divided stand on level 4. FNG gets a kill. Baby is gonna live.
Again, no pounce to come and cancel that south, so Z-Freak unable to do anything here, but...
he might be dead.
He's on top of him. Oh no, not again! Z-Freak, please! Oh god, he's dead again. That is third death up in this top lane as Z-Freak enters the meat grinder of FNG and Nico Baby once again, and it goes the exact same way.
This is such a disaster for top lane. Like Mirana is not getting anything. She just deep into the tier 2 tower, wants to find another arrow on a bigger creep, but it's only Satyrs. There's does not want to use it.
She could take a Kenji Sentinel, that'd be something, but yeah, I mean, we're really clutching at straws. That's level 1 Mirana right now. New on mid, Chessie getting a little bit low to the DK. This is constant harassment from the brief fire being kind of annoying for Chessie. But nothing more than annoyance.
Arrow connect. Wild Axis.
On the Mirana. Do they have the damage? Axis is going to come through. Does connect, and they will get themselves a kill. Z-Freak now hitting level 2, and a victory leap away. Finally, turning things around a little bit up in this top lane.
So we're just watching the top lane. We don't care about other lanes. How are other lanes doing? 17 CS on Madara on the bottom lane.
Yeah, the Seven Spirits having a really nice time as S4's kind of struggling to get much of a look in this bottom lane, only 12-1 compared to the 18-1 of Madara. How's the combos for this brew? I mean, I guess using Chakra Magic to get more Thunderclaps out sounds pretty decent, right?
It's just a brew load to cool down on that, and then they ignite people with the blinding light. Vex could be in a little bit of trouble, but chains connect.
Yeah, just to buy him a little bit of time he needs to get himself under that tower, and that sweet HP regen kicking in. Do you rate the changes to the towers very highly?
Oh yeah. Yesterday I was diving tier 2 towers. I was like, what's happening? Why is he hitting me so hard? 200 damage, 2500 HP on that tower. And it's so much harder to take down.
Yeah, for sure.
Zibe on the top lane, just TP's out. There's no stun, so that's one way to counter this lane, and back TP's one tower. You use Stal. It's not as good as it was before. Like you need two extra seconds to get the full value out of it. Now Meepo will just start a jungle, and I want to see someone like rotate the mid lane, like collect the XP. There's just gonna be jungle from now on. Third band already on Meepo.
Yeah, look at you, Z-Freak. A little bit behind. Could use that XP in the middle lane, but no one coming in just yet. Actually, still wanting to help out Madara in this bottom lane. It's just a constant harassment here from S4, using that Cinder Brew, jumping on top of Madara, but Madara's not too phased about it still 10 CS above S4 here, but they are going to give up at least one bounty room, but it's actually going to be 3 going the way of OG Seeds, so something going their way at least. Feels pretty good, and with this Meepo in their jungle, they're feeling not too bad about things right now.
Also, Lions didn't have the best heroes to like rotate and contest the Meepo in the jungle. You have Keeper of the Light and Enchantress. It's really not enough.
No. So not a big factor about this Meepo, which, Alliance need to get creative. Come up with some ways to deal with it, put some pressure on it, or maybe that will come in later on.
And we can see Z-Freak already on the mid lane. Everyone's catapult to stop the siege. But you can see, man, FNG body blocks it.
Wow, giving a life for the catapult. Maybe here as Chessie jumps in with the 2-man net, holding them still. The Vemba's here as well. They're taking down one limp. In some trouble here as 4 heroes arrive from OG Seed, but as he gets to the other side of the river, they will give up the chase on this DK. They know he's a pretty big boy in that dragon form, so they'll let him live for the time being, but still happy to defend their tower, happy to kill this Enchantress as well.
Sometimes
even a little bit more.
Being so smart as FNG is not good. Like he just died, but a nice read from OG Seed. Like you want to group up. With the catapult timing, Dragon Knight was level 6, so they stopped the push, only 600 damage to the tower.
Z-Freak. I'm not sure if he was aiming for the catapult, but he didn't hit the catapult. I'm sure he was aiming for the Ricky, let's just say that. Meanwhile on the bottom lane, they're going pretty aggressive onto the Kotl, but I don't think he's surviving this one. Blinding Light, they're going to help out quite a lot, and he will live. There is no chase available on OG Seed right now.
Why are you always lying, Nomad?
I said I wasn't sure if he was going to survive. I'm sorry, Lucas. I feel like I've let you down.
No, that's my job. Like I lied to people, not you. Bottom lane, chains ready. Oh, misses.
That's a shame. S4 still doing perfectly fine, and even saying hello to Pexu. Pexu will say hello straight the way back again as S4 eats through these trees here, just trying to get as much out of this lane as possible, but might be burning things down a little bit too heavily here as he is going to lose his life. Sticking around a bit too long, trying to wait for his call to get back and help him out. He will not be there.
It's a very strong combo with these two. I've seen like a lot of China at least a lot of safe lane Dragonite combined with Ancient Apparition. So once you get level 3, you have 5 seconds of stun. I mean, it's the same concept. It's a lot of stuff. Not done, yeah, but it's a good setup.
I'm a little bit interested in OG Seed's decision to just leave this Ricky to free farm up at top. I mean, this guy's going to be hitting a pretty early timing on this Diffusal Blade. Meanwhile, the Beastmaster, he's just gone to the jungle, come back to lane to push it out, and then back to the jungle again. Doesn't really want to lane into this Ricky. He knows how strong he is and knows that he can't really contest too much.
They have Raw right now, and if Morana decides to rotate, it's a pretty easy setup for Riki. Like you can unlock him. Even though Riki is very hard to get, can reposition himself twice with the blink strike charges, twice in time with the trade. So sometimes you need even 2 dust to actually kill a Riki.
That's a lot of gold if you don't get the kill as well. It's a lot of investment. Z-Freak looking for onto Handskin. Won't be successful though, and also missing the Chains Brewmaster there. Got to question that one a little bit, as S4's just got to run himself forwards here and gets Chakra Magic onto him. Another Thunderclap going to be available in 1 second. A lot with the Cinder Brew holding down Madara here, but nice dodge out from him actually to use Sleight of Fist. Madara will be okay as the TP in from DK. Not doing much, but he has got that Dragon Form and might want to put some pressure on this tower. And the mirror pressure can't really come in because FNG's just pushing in this lane. He's shoving it real hard. So Beastmaster won't be able to do a whole lot.
I'm not sure if they can defend this Dragonite. Too much damage. Brewmaster just hit level 6. They killed FNG.
At least with the roar. That's the threat you were talking about.
Yeah, they could easily take down Riki if they did one more hero. Pexu will manage it out, so they should instead just put pressure on mid lane. Chessie, 2 Meepos, 3 Raid Bands going straight into Ethereal Blade, which still is the best item you can pick up on a Meepo.
Yeah, great stats and pretty cool active to help out your homies as well. But meanwhile, Z-Freak is going to go down to this Riki. And the bottom tower does fall. So things come up in Alliance's favor right now. Riki unable to really put that much pressure on the middle tier 1 in response. So yeah, I mean, they're going to be very happy with this trade. And they found FNG in the river again here. Chessie's coming on over, trying to get those nets. Madara trying to block him up here. They really want to go for this one. Alliance have a lot of heroes on this high ground right now. And they're going to be able to defend their support quite easily, although coming in again and just blasting them some spells onto Handskin. But Pexing's going to be the one in real trouble right now to catch him on the front lines, and he's trying to run himself away, but that's just not happening. Nico Baby jumps in, finishes off the kill, and that's a free little Pexu.
It's very important that Nico Baby is getting the kills. He was already farming at the top lane. Once he hits that blade timing, he just becomes 3 times stronger hero.
Yeah. But up at top there, they're able to take down the tier 1 at least, so OGC will eventually find the tower trade. Nice for them. I think it all comes down to this mid lane now. Alliance, they want to defend this one and hopefully take the enemy's tier 1. I mean, when you do that, you can open up a bit more of the map, possibly put some more pressure on this Meepo, which feels like it should be the play right now, but I don't know, Alliance is kind of waiting for this defusal first.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Arrow does not connect.
Yeah, Z-Freak. Same success we've seen some couple of other Marauders, most notably Wish. Oh, they're at 9, leeching onto the Brewmaster here, and they're able to take him down before he gets off that ultimate. That is key. Now they're going to hunt forward for more here. Chessie throwing down that net will land it onto Handskin. Arrow to follow up as well, and that is one dead little pony as Handskin and his horse will fall. And now, well, tier tower definitely going to go the way of OGC in the end after those 2 kills at mid. Very nice play onto S4. They're just killing him, bursting him before he can get off that ultimate, and then opening themselves up for a real opportunity to take down this middle tier 1, which they will take.
Z-Freak is hurrying a bit with his arrows, trying to land them before any kind of setup. You have 2 points, steering chains, you have Meepo with the net, just wait. It's such a powerful combo. Ember Spirit has that maxed out. The setup, you always have enough time to actually land an arrow. And this is where the threat comes from. You have a better vision. The Beastmaster, they will be playing around the Roche bit. Next fight, if Alliance 1 or 2 heroes, Meepo just straight go into There's ton of damage, attack speed, inner beast, extra damage from Helm of the Dominator. They definitely need this defusal blade, because right now they feel so much weaker. Also, one of the reasons why I don't like this Brewmaster is, like, you hit level 6, you want to take a fight, and if you can't find any openings, hero doesn't like flash farm. He can scale with the items, but not like best. He's not like best offlaner that scales. And if you misuse, like first prime, there's a 2-minute window where enemy can just keep playing aggressive. And if you look at the OGC's lineup, they really don't rely on any cooldowns. Fighting all the time.
Yeah, right. They're free as birds right now. I mean, maybe the Raw, but to be honest, it's not even that important. And I'm going to pull the Moonlight Shadow here. Maybe look forward onto S4 and Handskin in their own jungle. But they've got 3 heroes here along with Nico Baby as well. So not the easiest to go on. They've even got a sentry down, which S4 not very tactfully reveals. And Z-Freak's going, well, fine, I'll leave. See you later. Interestingly, Light Shadow. Maybe they'll look for stuff at top, but either way, allows them to see these heroes hanging out in their jungle, lets them know that they should probably be playing up top right now, which they absolutely are. Another arrow comes sailing on through, grabs a range creep. They're losing the tower, but they don't really care. They're finding a lot across the map right now, putting some pressure on top as well, taking an outpost. OGC getting a lot done with the very little space they're being given right now. A 3k gold advantage at the 13-minute mark, despite it being 6 for 6, but that is the Meepo. He's just plowing ahead right now. Nearly 2k gold advantage above the highest net worth on the side of Alliance.
The thing about lineups for Assassin, Meepo, Ursa, you want to take the Roche earlier to build the advantage until the second row of the map, but then you try to finish the game with the second Roche and Aegis.
Is there any possibility that Gambit can take Roshan off OGC?
Not really. Very bad Roche taking lineup. Enchanters broke the light on content, if anything. They don't have Vlads any kind of stain in the Roche. Dragon Eye dagger at the moment. So they really can't go in take away Roche from Meepo.
Bathed in searing heat.
Yeah, it's too much to ask for.
Radiant's bottom
And you're just seeing the limitations of this Alliance draft kind of coming into play here as S4's just spent a lot of his time waddling around the map, not really finding much action, not really finding many fights. And now OG Seed smoked up. They are in this Roche pit, but there's a Centaur coming on over here, so very nicely read from Alliance. OG Seed, they don't even care that they know. They're happy to keep on trying this Roche pit.
Well, if anyone does not want to fight you, you're stronger, go to Roche, make them fight you.
That seems to be the play. Exit going to throw down the ultimate up onto the high ground. Coddle, he might just be dead. He certainly will. Off he goes, and now they jump forwards onto Madara, however. Alliance looking for the return kill here. Moonlight Shadow not going to help out Madara very much, but the Aegis has already fallen into the hands of
Brewmaster needs to be careful.
Forwards. Yeah, this is Earth brewing here. And that carries the real void. He needs to get out. Oh, looks like they're sticking around for this one. Meanwhile, in they go onto FNG here, using that Ethereal Blade, using the poof, trying to grab the Enchantress, and FNG ceases to be. And as does S4 in the background, he hits the floor. That's going to be 2 heroes dead on the side of Alliance, and they're not looking too hot right now. Chesty is just doing what he wants.
Nico Baby has the Ethereal Blade, thinking about jumping Beastmaster's father's show on the top lane. They're going to go for Beastmaster. Follow up with the blink.
The Z-Freak, not much he can do about this. Arrow going to come through, but misses the Ricky, unfortunately, and that is going to be a freebie onto Zibe, so they find themselves an opening somewhere on the map at least, as Ricky debuts this diffusion blade.
How careful they were playing, waiting for someone to show, and there was Ember Spirit showing on the minimap that I pointed out, plus a Meepo, and they instantly decide to go for Beast. Okay, I see Beastmaster for Staff as his next item, which I really like. Against Ricky, push yourself or teammates out of the cloud, out of the Dragon Knight stun. They're really limited on any kind of lockdown of Alliance. Problem is you can't make aggressive rotations with these two supports. Enchanters want to dominate the lane stage. Heroes scales even at 4 deaths. That's gonna be a 4 death. 4. Like he's not having a game. Also, he's not. Once he uses split, he's close to Meepo will just focus him down. He doesn't care about any kind of damage. He's just getting free armor at the moment.
Jesus, he's huge. I'm just going to take that Mr. Tamale man there with the Ethereal Blade, dominating. Yeah, I mean, it was weird in the laning phase as well, because we assumed that it was going to be Jibe who wasn't really having much of a game, as his Marauders got killed constantly. He was kind of sent back to the jungle quite a few times, but in actuality, it's this Brewmaster who's really struggled to get anything done. Still looking for his Blink Packer. Doesn't really have an item yet, 17 minutes into this game.
It's tough. Even if he gets a Blink Dagger, like who you jump, you gap close against exactly the only AA you care about. Madara
hunting here, and he's going to get chain forwards onto the of the light. Coddle, I don't think he's surviving this one. He's going to miss, but and neither will slide to this. Hanskin will be the one tanking that gank, but the Ricky gets away, so worst heroes to fall, but at the same time now Chelsea's like, great, no Coddle, I'm going to keep him pressuring this tier 2 mids, and he'll do exactly that. Meanwhile, the main Meepo just roaming around looking for a target here with that Blink Ethereal Blade combination cocked up and ready to go. This tower crumbling under the might of Chesty. I mean, look at where Alliance are playing right now. They're just on the other side of the map. They've taken the tier 2, pushing in the tower a little bit. They're just trying to get OGC to do other things, but OGC don't really seem willing to play their game.
Also, one of the issues is if Dragon Knight has ulti, they can't really pressure the tower. Their heroes are very bad at pushing daily tower damage. So Dragon Knight needs to have it up to be able to put some pressure on bottom tower, maybe force any kind of rotation from OGC.
They really tried hard to find that Ricky, but weren't able to do so. Dusts popped, sentries popped, everything. Whole kitchen sink, but didn't manage to find him. He'd already gone. Nice read there from Nika, baby. Very tricky player to lock down. Great game sense on this guy. But another tier 2 going the way of OG Seed. They're picking the high ground right now. These pings are coming out from Z3. He's like, all right, boys, time to go. We've got a few more seconds left on this age. It's about a minute left. They jump forward onto the Coddle. Arrow's got to connect as well, and Hanskin ceases to be as they look forward towards his tier 3 tower. Now having to defend without that Coddle for 26 seconds. The tower transforming so quickly. You need to assemble the team here, Alliance, and they are going to go in for this one, I think. Smoke is popped. Limb coming forward. They're going onto the backlines here. They want to find a Beastmaster inside the smoke cloud. I'm not sure there's much they can do to try and save him here, but they can maybe look for the turnaround kills. They're looking over towards Limb, but they have taken down Shivy on the front lines. Now look over towards this DK. OGC looking for the rebuttal, and they kill off Limb. It's a straight up trade right now. It looks like OGC are hanging back a bit, but now that the Brewmaster on team got Madara is looking all for more here, and he's got those chains coming now. Net's going to follow as well. Chessie annihilates S4. Net comes down onto the Enchantress. Blowing Line's going to buy him a little bit of time. The one Nika Baby's coming on the backline. Finds himself C3, jumping forward. Finds himself Madara here. Chessie all of a sudden realizes that he's kind of out of teammates here. Oh, he's got his Pexu, and Pexu doesn't really offer much without any mana. Well, where'd they do?
Age is gone in 5 seconds. Don't kill him. Just wait. They're waiting. They know exact timing. Perfectly timed by Alliance.
Oh my goodness. What a high ground defense from Alliance here. Picking off the backlines, going on to Jibe to start off this fight. The perfect plan to make sure that OGC cannot fight them. And it doesn't matter that the Meepo is so farmed and that he can beat people up, but he just gets kited, he just gets played around. They use their spells beautifully on the side of Alliance. And then what? You know, you just slowly run out of heroes, and then waiting down the Aegis, absolutely brilliant from Alliance.
Nika Baby's position has been amazing in this fight. Like, he finds the perfect target. He does not want to commit when he's close to Meepo, because he can't use his spells if he's netted. So take down the supports if you can, and then deal a bit later. And they did a good job. Even though Dragon Knight had to buy back, not the hero that you want to buy back. Like him and Shadow, they're problem on any kind of transformation heroes. If your ulti is on cooldown. It just feels so weird, but they managed to do it. And next roach in less than 2 minutes. So OGC will continue to farm and try to get the next roach.
All right, tell me, Lacoste, is it comeback time, or is it a glimmer of hope, or is it nothing really changing? Where do you put it on the scale of comebacks?
There is potential to come back, but I would still say OGC like 75% at this point.
I can believe that, but any good tier 2 items to be found here from the side of Alliance? Killer's kind of nice. I've actually thrown that on the Beastmaster now, interestingly.
Ring of Aquila, S4, come on, brother, give it to Ricky.
That's what I'm thinking, but he wants it for now. And they immediately initiate onto this Ricky here. They're going to absolutely kill him off. S4 going to pop the ultimate, but there's no buyback on Ricky, so he's not come back into this fight. Meanwhile, Limb in some trouble. Dualblade coming down onto this one. A nice Ignis going to hold them back for a second, but immediately can get them over their back. But Chessie, he's getting low. He's dead. He's out of the fight. And now OGC trying to shift into reverse here. Alliance, they don't want to chase. It's a trade. They kill the Ricky. They get the Meepo. They're happy, but OGC did not. They're looking for revenge here. Madara chasing forwards. Alliance, they couldn't charge it back in on this one though, but they don't have their ulti on S4 here, who's currently locked down, and the 4-star forward puts him in a really awkward position here. Oh dear, S4 get beaten on down, and he is going to lose his life. And I believe that was a 4-star from Hanskin, by the way. Trying to get him out of the range of the cold feet, I suppose, but really kind of catapulting him into further danger, but I don't think he was surviving that one anyways.
Ignis Spartus is really not the greatest spell when you're playing against Meepo. It just becomes like Ignis Spartus dies in one hit.
That's for all the 10-year-olds in the chat. Enjoy that one.
So Nico Baby getting close to his BKB. Then the only thing he needs to care about is Beastmaster ulti. Also, Z-Freak, he needs to stop using arrows, trying to land them on his own. Like you have a perfect setup from the steering chains. Madara has been doing great, finding any kind of opening, but there's no real follow-up.
Yeah, Z-Freak, you know, he's mad about this laning phase. He feels the need to prove himself and land some freestyle arrows. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Chessie finds an easy pick up onto FNG, who's just out on a bit of a warding mission, trying to get some deep vision down, and unfortunately pays a hefty price for it. And OG Seed, as you say, just waiting down the clock for Roshan, and it's going to be a fairly hefty respawn, about a minute and a half on this one, so still a 1 minute 10 to go before they can fight this. Meanwhile, Madara, he's having some fun with S4 here in Hanskin. Both of them actually dropping kind of low here, as Hanskin needs to get away from these neutrals, lest he lose his life, but I think he's just about going to survive this one, yeah.
So next roast in a minute. Outpush the bottom lane. All other lanes are in a good spot for OGC, and then you get into roast pit to just force them to fight you in there if they. Also, they need to be grouped up together. Because Nico Baby right now is extremely strong.
Oh, they found Madara here a little bit, but don't really have the lockdown for him, so he's just able to blast himself away. Meanwhile, Ice Blast going to connect onto Limp, making this not a great time for them to go in as the blast connects onto F4.
There's the arrow.
Up as well. Z-Freak really wants to come in and try and finish this one up, but Nico Baby's on top of him, stopping him from doing so. Blast comes in, but S4 is going to live just about, but they force a split out of him. I'm not sure how valued that is. Well, maybe if they can find a kill to Z-Freak, it might be something. Yep, it will. Z-Freak is going to go down, and S4's looking for someone here, and he's going to see Jibe. He's got the tornado, but his team coming over could be a bit of an ask here, as Limp is still quite far away, though he has got the blink if they really want to commit to this guy. Jibe, yeah, they're going to go for this. Madara's behind him, though, and OGC, they're looking to fight this one. They're moving heroes over. Ice Blast's going to connect onto Limp here. He pops that BKB to make sure he's nice and safe. Meanwhile, S4 getting away in the tree lines here, coming back into that regular form, and just kind of limping away. Wondering if they can find him, though.
2 BKBs used by Alliance and 2 long cooldown ultis. So now it's time for OGC to run into roast pit, full Scotty on Meepo. This time is just going to triple Dragonite, straight into roast pit. Alliance can't contest this.
And the heal from the Enchantress as well. That's pretty good. And in they go into Roshan, and just as quickly as they're in, it's going to go down. This is very, very fast for Rosh. Absolutely no chance for Alliance to respond to this one. They're thinking of coming over, but in reality, there's nothing they can do about that one.
There's a huge difference between the 2 offlaners in this game. Like Beastmaster provides even if you don't have ulti, you still provide aura for your team. Lads Dominator building a pipe next, while Brewmasters only have dagger at the moment. Ricky trying to get Battle Fury. This build is really popular. Like going straight into Battle Fury, so your next set of items come much quicker. And Cleave is very good against Esports. Of course. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time and farm it.
It does seem like a big ask right now, and look at them going onto the high ground, finding the chains onto Madara, finding a great opening here. Ice Blast coming on over the top as well. They're looking for FNG, and they might well just find him. That's going to connect as well. Meanwhile, Nicholas Fadas comes down, slows him down just a little bit. Lim trying to control him up, and actually they're getting 2 ticks off, and that's going to give them time to kill off Madara. Chessie still looking, but Nico Baby's on top of him, but that BKB does run out, so he's going to look for the squishy tugs instead. Look to Pexi before top down to low ground. Meanwhile, Haskett dies in the front lines. Buyback from him, but Chessie might be losing his first life here. He will. He goes down. S4 looking to control up Jibe on the back lines here. He has got the roar, but if they can stop him using it, that would be perfect. He does get that roar off onto the Ricky. Rick might be losing his life, but the lightning light saves him. Chessie beautifully by Alliance. Once again, he's running low, running out of HP, and the blast brings him down. Hanskin kills off Chessie again, and OGC, another age has gone to waste, and now they're looking for Madara, who's just brought back into this fight, and he's going to pay the ultimate price for it. The S-Blast will come in and snipe S4, but Z-Freak's going down as well. Alliance, they find another fight, somehow just giving it all they got, and looking towards Pex, who is their next target here. The little AA should make his way out of this one, but I mean, what the hell keeps happening? This isn't what the script said.
Well, Dragonite is pumping a lot of damage, reducing it with great fire on Mipos and Nico Baby. They are not killing it. Once again, great positioning from him. Also, Madara did not use the cheese in that fight. Perfect pick from Ignis Sabatis. Oh, Peck. So we're gonna die.
He made a good run for it, to be fair. They spent a good kind of 15 seconds, a good Lacoste length of analysis there, running around the jungle, but they did find him in the end.
And the Alliance is just focusing down one Miko. They instantly started attacking, and everyone else on the team is attacking that one, which is sometimes not what you see.
Dire are scattered.
So Cheese is still in the hands of Madara. Age is gone. But right now, Alliance is strong. Ricky getting closer to that Battle Fury.
We all doubted the Ignis, but it seems we were all fools. It's done a hell of a lot of work in dealing with this Ember Spirit. You know, the placement from Hanskin's just been in such a way that he can blast the Meepos away from it, stop them being able to kill it off on the first tick, and often getting a second tick off, which is all you need to kill a hero like Ember. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Alliance now taking place on the enemy side of the map. They have more space to play with. And how does this Ricky play now? Sorry, the Meepo play now. He's really struggling in these fights. You know, is there an item he can go for, or a way they can adjust their playstyle in GC to try and win these fights now?
Right now, I think they are scared. Even though it's a 4K lead goal for them, they should be respecting the Alliance more. I think Alliance is in control of this game right now.
Agreed.
It's the way they itemize. Straight into BKB on both cores, no shenanigans. So DK can't stand the ground and fight. Going for Aghanim Scepter next. Which I really like. One of the let's say underrated Ag in the game.
Is there a way they can kind of keep the other heroes alive in this fight? Because they don't actually have... Pexu's the only one with the 4-star.
Yes, that was the problem. You don't have a saving hero, and you had no saving items. There's like no Glimmer Cape. This is the first 4-star. Beastmaster had one queued up, but then decided to shift. Marana just finished hers. So maybe a little bit of mistime with these saving items.
Yeah, 4-star now completed by Sea Freak, so they've got 2 ways to get away from this Ricky. But Ricky might want to be switching targets soon. They might feel like they can just take down this Meepo to start off these fights pretty shortly, once this battle crew is completed. Right now, probably not. They probably still want to be hunting the backlines, but... In a way, I kind of like the way this Ricky has played into OG Seed. I mean, obviously he's done fantastically, but the way in which you're killing everybody other than Ricky, isolating him, it kind of means that this Ricky is kind of, by the way he's played, turned into somewhat of a counter. And now onto the high ground, Madara, he's just getting his spaghetti boiled here. No chance of escape from this one. Z-Freak unable to get in and really do anything about that, so that is one dead little Ember.
And you can see Hanskin in team fights. Always using Chakra Magic Dragonite to lower the cooldown on Breathing Fire and stun most importantly. Dragonite just hit 20 extra damage. No status anymore from that, but still very balanced.
Attack.
Ricky now with his Battle Fury completed. The Ricky counter, sorry, the Meepo counter from the Ricky is online. I'm excited to see this in action. I'm not sure how much work it's going to do.
He also clears the way very fast. Like, look at the top lane. Just pop tricks of the trade. All wave is gone in a second.
Illusion.
Although he's not picking tricks of the trade just to trigger you.
The rune of haste.
He's playing with you. There you go. But yeah, it's definitely a great farming item. As you say, it used to be very popular in Ricky. Haven't seen it in a while. And this one, not really the farming item we're used to expecting as they jump forward onto the Cuddle here. Cuddle, he's gone. He's a very dead keeper of light in this middle lane. Caught out by Madara. That's alright. Ricky, he's going to be looking for more damage now. A bit of everything with the Sanjin Yashu as its next item queued up. Meanwhile, the Meepo, he's going for this Scythe of Vice. And I suppose that's going to be a very nice item to stop this brew getting off split. Can you see any other uses for it in these fights?
I'll just controlled Ricky after he's down. Next Roche may respawn in 50 seconds, but Keeper of the Light is dead. No buyback on it for 2 minutes. They were keeping an eye on that. They should be able to deal some damage to tower. FNG, arrow, set up.
Nice blast from the low ground. They take him out, but they're looking for their brother here, and they jump forwards onto Madara. Madara, he needs some help, and he's got some cheese. That will be enough. Meanwhile, Raw comes out onto Ricky, holding him back. OGT turning the tires around, trying to find Nico Baby. Nico Baby trying to...
No buyback on Nico Baby.
So he is gone. And this
might be game right now.
Yeah, Limp. He needs to run. He needs to get up that high ground. You can't do anything, my friend. Get on those walls. And he does get himself away with a blink, but how do you defend now? 2 heroes left remaining. OG Seed, well, the fortification will be popped to force them back, but they are straight back on here right now. The rest of the team getting the creep wave. Chessie just dealing with this tower. That is the fight they've been looking for all game.
Where's the arrows? There it is. Oh, force that wrong way.
Stopping them forwards once again here. Handskin causing S4 some troubles. They jump in. Ignis being used. A lot of damage being forced onto this Meepo right now. Do they have enough to finish him off, though? They're really getting through him quite quickly. S4, he needs a little bit more. Ricky so low, but S4 is going to be the one to go down, but Chessie will finally get the kill. The Ricky is dead, and now they look over towards the Ember Spirit as well. A very slow remnant down to the low ground, but the Dragon Tail's going to catch him out. Another hero dead. Oh, goodness. OG Seed, they dropped the soap a little bit there. The Ignis just ticking through way too many times, controlling up the team, and just allowing Alliance to do what they want. And even without their Ricky, without their main source of damage, still with the DK able to get through that Meepo.
I'm underestimating how much damage this Dragonite can tank. Deal as well. Like he was standing his ground against all the Meepos. Beastmaster is there with all his aura, and still survives. Once again, Hansen comes up with a nice tracker magic. I'm hitting my keyboard for some reason.
You're so done with this game. You're just throwing your keyboard across the room. Calm down, Lucas. It's okay. I'm enjoying it.
Roche just spawned. They were in, went out. What an unfortunate event for Alliance.
Come on,
scout it out.
That's it. Send that tomato in there. There we go. They know it's up. Let's get in. Ricky, he's making his way over. The Meepo's still dead for 20 seconds. Let's bring down that Roshan. Tomato Man's trying to do it himself, but will be killed off. And not really looking for this right now. Interesting. So they're going to give the Meepo a chance to respawn, and I mean, it would have taken them a really long time, I suppose, and they do have those 2 tier 2s up, so plenty of TP points in for OG Seed.
Radiant's top tower.
The tier 1 even at top, actually, that's probably the big one, right? Like, that's a really good TP point for OG Seed.
Meepo, 6,000 gold in the bank. He just wants to have a buyback. Like, if Meepo dies, you buy back, then you get Roche. It's kind of a game-winning play. Refresh shard as well. Like, who do you give it to? OGC doesn't have the best hero to have it. Double Roar is the best one. And then you know you're not by the Ice Frog. But on the other hand, you could give it to the Light. That'd be a huge one.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, he was even going for a refresher orb earlier on. He's changed his mind now and decided that the Lotus might be a little bit more important. They jump forwards here, looking for the Beastmaster, but in comes the Ethereal Blade, saving with the right clicks of Limb, but Limb just popping that BKB, popping the Dragon Flow and getting off on that cliff. They're still looking for Jibbe right now. He's not going to be able to get a roar out here. He's not going to be able to do anything. He's just going to lose his life. Does have a buyback if he wants to use it. Meanwhile, Stun coming down onto Pegsu as well. He's probably going to be the second casualty on the side of OGC right now, but Beastmaster coming back into this one, using that tier 1 tower to TP on in. Nico Baby's probably going to be the target, but the Ignis Fighters coming on down, holding them all together. Madara trying to get to work here. Meanwhile, S4 comes out of the split. Is going to get focused down, or are they going to look towards each other instead? Raw comes down onto the DK, holding him back, allowing them to kill off S4 and FNG. And now look all towards Alliance here, but Alliance also throwing the buybacks for this one. They want to try and hold this fight. Stun out onto Jibbe, but it might be Limp who's in trouble as the Ice Blast connects onto him, or from the low ground. Limp might be losing his life here, and if he does, he's not going to be able to come back with the Dragon Form. Does have a buyback though, and it's going to have to use it. Alliance, they need to hold this fight somehow, but they're just losing hero after hero. It doesn't feel worth it. They have got Jibbe. They're looking towards the Meepo. Look at the damage coming down from the Battle Fury as well, but in comes the Ethereal Blade, saving Chessie. Is it going to be enough? It is enough to turn around, kill Nico Baby. Nico Baby also thrown in the fight.
Chessie is still alive.
They need a little bit more. Finally, they bring him down. dead, and he buys back into this one as well. They are not done, but maybe they should be. As Z3's going to lose his life as well. Madara still trying to play around. Nice blink from S4 though, and now the stun comes into Madara. Madara, he's taken a step too far, and he's going to lose his life. No buyback on him. 70 seconds, no Ember Spirit, and my god, every single team squeeze.
He snipes S4.
Snipe onto S4.
Marana has buyback. She's the only one. Her and Keeper of the Light. But look at the tier 4. There's a lot of pressure. Few creep waves. There's the buyback. So run straight into Roach Pit. Dragonite. We'll have ulti up again. A couple of seconds.
Decent cooldown on that one. Jesus, every single team, I mean, squeezing every single thing they can into this fight. They know how important this Roche is. They know how important the next few minutes of domination are going to be on this map. And I don't feel like either team had like a significant win in the end there. Everybody throwing in the buybacks at the end. So Meepo bought back, Ricky bought back, GK bought back, Jippe bought back. The only one who didn't buy back was Madara. Because he didn't have the gold. I'm sure he would have otherwise.
They also lost the gem. Where is it now? Can't find it. Okay, Marana picked it up.
Alright, well, that's definitely something against this Ricky, that's for sure. Roche chance time to fall. Alliance, they're gathering for this one. They're going to go for this smoke out. They need to get in quick. And then they're going to jump on the front lines trying to find Jippe. Jippe being blown up, but the Ethereal Blade going to save his life, get him out of danger maybe. Meanwhile, Meepo jump out of the pit. They will actually try and find a fight here. They want to try and find Nico Baby. And Nico Baby, he gets arrowed up. He doesn't have a BKB. The Nets continue blinding light, going to throw them back. Madara coming into the backlines. Meanwhile, the Spider's going to come down over the top, controlling up the Meepo, stopping him from just jumping in and killing Nico Baby, allowing him to get out of the top. Madara, he's not done. He's popping the BKB and he's looking for a target right now. FNG
arrow
come out. There's a damage there. The arrow is, and they should bring him down.
Current vessel tick. They get him. Roche dropping low, so that's Meepo with Aegis. Pressure is ready as well.
Yeah, Ice Plus gonna come on through, connecting onto S4 here. Alliance, they need to get themselves away, but I'm not sure it's gonna be possible. But Lim jumps onto the high ground here, trying to defend S4, allowing him to get off that split. Meanwhile, they turn around, they look towards the Marana. Z3 should be dying here. They get that kill. Marana does not have buyback anymore. Meanwhile, Nico Baby, not gonna be the target here as he gets down to the low ground, but Lim turning back into that Dragon Knight form here. Meanwhile, S4 coming through the backlines, trying to find Pexu, should be able to do at least that. There's Pexu, well, he's still surviving for the time being. Rock's gonna follow him down here. Meanwhile, S4 just wants to get himself out.
Nico Baby, still alive.
He has to jump into this one. I'm not sure about this, but he's got the BKB and they come forward, stun out onto Meepo. They're trying to bring him down. The Battle Fury going to work, but he's still so damn tanky. And S4's lost his life. He's got no way back into this fight. OGC with 3 heroes are on the high ground. They're looking to try and end this game with their Aegis. Alliance, they are S4. They have a numbers advantage, but this Ricky is so strong. It's a huge ask for them to come in and actually finish this game. Still for OGC, they recognize this, they get themselves out, they're saying, okay, well, there'll be more opportunities once Marana's back. Let's take the full 5-on-5 with our full strength with the Aegis.
Next set of buyback come in 3.5, 4 minutes. Everyone. So just reset, region up. They don't care too much about this Brewmaster. Pick up some bounties and go back in again.
Chetsy, though, he's not done. He's looking for Enchantress here, as is Madara, but they're going to get the stun out onto Madara. Madara might be losing up, but Ethereal Blade once again saving his life, and now the roar out onto the Ricky. Ricky needs some help. The Blinding Light is going to be there for him. Meanwhile, stunned up once again. A root comes out. Ricky, he might be dead here. Yes, it is, and Ricky gets away again. Hanskin doing so much work, and they're going to bring Meepo down once. It's the final hex out to DK, and we'll be losing that first life, but the Age is going to bring him right the way back here. Now Nico Baby jumping, they're pouncing, they want to bring down this Ricky. Veggies are piling in the damage to the side as well. Are going to come flying through, not connecting onto A1. They're all targeting the same Ricky. OGC, they need to dig deep here. They need to try and find the real one. BKB being popped from Lim here as they jump on forward. Chessie losing his life. That Meepo getting so low, and the Illuminate is going to finish the job here. Now no Ricky with no buyback, by the way, for another 3 minutes 30. Beastmaster going to be the target. Stun comes out. No TP for you, sir.
Nico Baby, I believe he's dead.
Oh, well, that's a big overstep. The rest of the team were dealing with Jippe. Meanwhile, Nico Baby tries to find the +1s in Madara and Z-Freak, but accidentally trades his life for it, making this not as good for Alliance as perhaps it once was. They're still hunting, but Madara, he's a pretty slippery banana. Z-Freak just going to throw an arrow and pounce himself away, and it doesn't look like there'll be any more deaths. in this fight. My goodness.
Ricky, he does not have a single neutral item. Like, what happened to his Ring of Aquila?
That's interesting. He was holding on to the Dragon Scale earlier on, but it looks like he's given it over towards the Beastmaster.
Alright, Illusion escape. That's a big one. That's a big one. Give that one to Ricky.
But 2 dragons, Lacoste. Think of the possibilities.
Yeah, I've seen that in Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, having more than one dragon is not good. They all die in the end.
Spoilers. Meanwhile, Madara's grabbed himself a timeless relic. It's pretty nice for the Ember Spirit to pick up, I suppose.
Yeah, you have
buffs on the chains.
Magical damage, also amplifies your Spirit Vessel damage.
Ooh, yeah, good call. Yeah, very much into that. So let's get a bit of a review. Where are we now in this game? Who needs to be making the next plays? Who's scared? Who's feeling confident? I'm a bit lost, Lacoste. Help me out. Be my shining light in the darkness.
The next set of buybacks is coming in a minute. Like, Ricky just bought everything. He's going for Heaven's Halberd. That's the item that I wanted to see on OGC. Like, no one is building it. Like, if you had it on Beastmaster, maybe plus one Morana could also build one against Ricky and Dragonite. It's so easy to kite, especially when they're in range form. Like 5 seconds disarm. Dragonite is not going to do anything. Flicker. This item feels so weird. I would not consider this item as your fourth item. Same goes for Magic Lamp.
Yeah, I mean, on heroes, I think the Brewmaster has got himself that Magic Lamp now. Oh, he's actually switched out for the Flicker. My man. I love Flicker. Let's see, Smoker from OGC here, S4, gonna dangle himself out like a tasty piece of bait, and now they come in with the Ice Blast over the top. Do they have the Roar to look him down? They certainly do. Magic Lamp doing him absolutely. Oh no, because he went for the Flicker in the end. See, if he had the Magic Lamp, he'd probably still be dead.
Hey, you're a big fan of Magic Lamp, huh? This one's big. Illusion escape from Meepo. Put it straight in. Like, you can bait. The illusion only takes 150% damage, so it's hard to see if it's a real one or not.
Yeah, that's the big thing about it, right? And it's kind of just gives you the opportunity to just kind of like pop it and micro it differently and confuse the hell out of people. So yeah, that bait's going to be pretty darn key in games like this, where they do seem to be trying to focus all their power into one hero's ancient Thunderhide. Who's that belong to then? Enchantress. Oh, she took the level 20 talent. Okay, fair enough. Unfortunately, won't be living very long here. Is that a good talent?
Minus 65, untouchable flow. Yeah, kind of meh. It's not like they're forcing you down their attacks anyway. You have 1300 HP. They're pretty easy to burst down. But having the ancient creep in a fight could change things a bit. Like if you get the golem.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Interesting. Unfortunately, getting out to get one of these golems is going to be the big challenge right now, but OGC have actually backed off to their side of the map, currently speaking. I like what Z-Freak's doing with his neutral items as well. Has a Philosopher's Stone in his inventory, but the moment the fight starts, he's going to whip in those spider legs for the extra maneuverability.
Yeah, you want to get back to him. Fish out of, like, Philosopher's Stone, Shovel. You always want to keep those.
Well, it's time for your minutely buyback update. And we have ourselves. Chessie does have buyback. Nico Baby has buyback as well. Limp still a little bit of gold off, just 150 though, so shouldn't be too far away. Shibe has buyback. Meanwhile, Madara, he's pretty far away. He chose to go for, I believe, this Shiva's Guard rather than saying buyback. We'll see how that affects him in the future. Does feel like a decent Shiva's Guard game.
Well, just for scouting things out, finding the light, providing vision for the team, for arrows to land. Next Roche, spawning 20 seconds, that's going to be a 40 one, so it means all the items.
Yep, a full booty available. What are you expecting in this next Roche fight. Alliance going to be able to take one at last.
It's hard to predict. I feel like whoever gets first jump will have like the upper hand. If they get searing chains with arrows, there's only 4 staff on their side, and 4 staff is nerfed. You need to stand very close. Buybacks wise, Dragonite will have 180 gold. I'm a bit concerned that Embers does not have it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused by this choice as well. It's not like Madara has been invincible, especially with his BKB charge getting pretty damn low. Could be a bit scary for Madara.
Yeah, you see,
feels confident.
Marana is 400 away from buyback.
And here they go, jumping onto Madara here, but the 4-staff comes out with the Ethereal Blade, just keeping him nice and healthy. And Alliance not really committing to the full fight there onto the Ember Spirit. Moonlight Shadow has been used, so they jump forwards, but not really any commitment from either side. They're both so scared to make this final move. Smoke out from Alliance, holding their line steady, positioning Limp in the front. He's got a BKB, he's also got the minor tool available, so extra magic as they jump forwards onto Ember Spirit once again, but another 4-staff gonna save his life. Along with things that's coming down, but this time they've committed S4, he's popped the ultimate, and they're gonna find Pexu at the very least, and now another jump onto Madara here, but he's got the Yules. Madara running this way and that, trying to find his way out of this fight. They are still chasing Hanskin. Does he want to use an ultimate here? Doesn't seem to want to. Madara is still very tricky to run down. Are going to give them the information they need, but Alliance, they're going to try and put some pressure on this tier 2 instead.
Ricky, Lotus Orb on him, and built the Halberd cell. Just to amplify region, and the Disarm. Kevin's Halberd is my favorite item in this batch. Just so good.
Yeah.
Structures are fortified.
Big fan here as well. However, that said, this game I don't see it to be super value just because the active doesn't seem fantastic. Like, who are you going to really disarm this game?
Yeah, you don't care too much disarming Evo, like one not gonna do that much. Roche also both teams know he's up. Level 25, level 25 talent-wise. Dragonite plus 1.6 seconds stun. Like he can perma-stun people. It's almost 5-second duration with 9-second cooldown, and Chakra Magic lowers it by 6. You can perma-stun people right now.
Very tasty. What do you think of S4's decision to choose the flicker over the magic lamp? I just want to come back to that one quickly.
I don't know. I find both of these items pretty bad.
Like choosing between a soggy sandwich and a stale one. I'm gonna go for the stale sandwich. Soggy sandwich sounds very gross.
Both of them are, but
Christian being surrounded by OG Seed. Alliance, so they know their outpost has been taken, so they're going to take the opposing high ground. That's the stance they want. Little ball comes, and I'm not going to see much because they're under the protection of smoke. Meanwhile, Madara says, see you later, and let's up onto the high ground. This time it's leaving without the buyback as they jump forwards onto Pexu there with Ethereal Blade going to come in behind a little bit of time. Meanwhile, the roar comes out onto Nico Baby. Nico Baby could be in some trouble. Meanwhile, Chessie trying to deal with the Keeper of the Light. They realize their target and they bring him down, but he's got a buyback and he's going to use it. Meanwhile, they come onto the low ground here. Chessie's still being controlled. He's actually running out of life. Look at the damage coming in from SNG on the sidelines here. They might just be able to bring him down. They will finally kill off Chessie, but they get Nico Baby at the same time as well. Both of them buying back into this one. Meanwhile, Pexu being bullied a little bit. Limp trying to find a target right now. S4's on top of him as well, but in the backlines, it's going to be FNG who loses life to Chessie. Spyback coming in thick and fast. FNG's back into this one. We're getting a little bit of a reset now. A little bit of a pause catch-up rep, but now Limp jumps straight back in onto the Ember Spirit here. Force actually coming to Ricky. It doesn't connect on the Ember Spirit. They get it on the wrong target, but Ember still being kept alive. Can they finish the job here? Madara getting so low. He does have
big AOP.
Cutting on over the top. Everybody getting their region cut in half. They look towards the Brewmaster. Brewmaster trying to limp himself away. He's going to die. Buyback on him being used immediately along with the Dragon Knight as well. ODC take a big hit back, and this time they get the Cotter, and that is for good. He doesn't have a way back into this fight. ODC immediately into that pit. They can't do anything more, especially as Alliance. They've lost their top melee barracks for this fight as well, due to the creeps just constantly pushing in, and they're going to lose Roshan as well. Could this be it? OGC, they have not had a better opportunity in this game to finish things off. 100 seconds on the cuddle. He has been the #1 determining factor in these fights. With him out of the equation, maybe, just maybe, OG Seed can get the victory.
They give Aghanim Scepter to Ember Spirit. Of course, Meepo is gonna be picking up the Aegis. He just bought back. So only 3 heroes right now is buyback: Marana, Beast, and Ember. So all 3 OG Seed members with the buybacks. This might be it.
Yeah, I really think it is. And it's going to be such a huge ask for Alliance to hold this without losing anybody. I mean, come on. Not a single buyback, not a single cuddle. What do you do? Chessie straight in, hangs out onto the brew, and nothing's wrong as well as Madara goes in deep, and Lim turning around. Maybe they can bring down Madara here, but this is a hero with buyback, and they will get the kill. Now, Chessie though, focusing on the barracks here. Chessie really needs to care. His team is pretty far behind it, however, but they're getting a decent amount of damage done. S4 popping down the ultimate here, and they're going to look towards the Marana instead. Marana being focused. She might be dead here, but no, able to actually get the kill play down onto her. Actually, no, it's a Ghost Scepter on herself. That was thrown her way. Meanwhile, coming forwards here and back into the game, but he's being controlled once again here inside that smoke, but Limp's the one in trouble.
Limp dies, best game,
Back to the at the damage, and he is gone. DK dead. No cuddle for 20 seconds still. How do they defend this one? Surely this is game. They're still holding on Alliance, and Jimmy jumps in the back line trying to find S4. S4 makes it back to the fountain at the very least.
He's going for Megas.
He's falling. He wants it. He does. FNG just sitting here, but he's actually going to get himself netted up. Does have that Lotus, but unfortunately he's momentally a user. Another net comes cutting on through, and FNG just gives his life for really nothing. I don't know why I was out that far. Maybe a bit of a mistake. Here's Madara, seen on the front lines. Nico maybe trying to get the damage done, but there's another Hex out onto the Brewmaster. He does have a BKB in 6 seconds. They force Madara back behind the Meepo, where he wants to be. S4 being focused on down here. S4 needs a bit of help.
Flicker.
He might not find it. BKB comes out, but it's just not going to be there. Doesn't even dare to use the active from Flicker. Meanwhile, Nico Baby net comes in perfectly. Nico Baby is dead. They know it, and the GGs are going to get called. Game #1 in 54 minutes goes the way of OG Seed at last, but it was a fun.
It was much better than I expected them to, because they were in a really bad situation.